So your 180 days are up. Congratulations. What you do over the next 7 to 10 days is going to dictate the money that you can make over the next month and a half, 2 months. So I've got 3 simple tricks here for you to hopefully set you up for success. Let's get after it. All right, so tip number 1, if Lou will cooperate with me here and not make too much noise, we can get through this. Best day of the week to start. Worst day of the week to start. I know you've been waiting 6 months for this. And, you know, say that call comes in on a Friday afternoon saying, like, you've got the green light, you've been waiting 6 months, you're like, okay, I'm going to get a good night's rest tonight, and tomorrow, Saturday morning, I'm going to wake up and absolutely just start crushing this thing. That may not be the best choice for you, and here's why. The Amazon week, this is true for grade and for payment, begins Sunday at midnight and ends Saturday at 11:59. So you go out that first day, it's Saturday, and you're, you know, booking loads, doing stuff. If you have a misstep, and by misstep I mean like you're late to a load. Let's say, you know, I hear from a lot of people all the time who, you know, they're new authority, they've just bought new equipment, getting ready to do this Amazon thing, and the truck breaks down. Something quirky with the truck that you may not be aware that happened yet. If you have one of these missteps on a Saturday, your grade ends at 11:59. So, you know, you go off of that one load and have to reject it, you're late, flat tire, dead battery, whatever. I mean, fill in one of a million possibilities. Everything doesn't go right with that load. That now becomes your grade. At least if you wait till Sunday to start, and let's say that same misstep happens, you still have the rest of the whole week to put in as much work as you possibly can to offset that one bad mark. So I definitely would recommend not starting all this stuff on a Saturday. Sunday's the best day, Saturday's the worst. All right, tip number 2, which load board to use. You do have some options here. They're gonna always promote you to use the app-based load board over the web-based platform. You can access both of them on your phone. I know you can do the app or web-based on a tablet. I believe you can only do the web-based on a laptop. But I pretty much just use the phone for this. I've made prior content on this, kind of, you know, this was like months ago, but still the same things still apply to this day. The web-based platform is better for 2 reasons. One, it has an auto refresh feature. You want to be sure this auto refresh is turned to every 15 seconds. Keep in mind the default there is every 30 seconds, so you do want to change that. If you've got it on every 30, there are loads being posted and booked that you're not even seeing because it's set for 30 and not every 15 seconds. So that auto refresh feature is huge. Not to duplicate content I've already made in the past, but the other big advantage that the web-based platform has is you can get real specific with your mileage. See, on the app, you're working with a slider that works in, I believe, 50-mile increments. So like if I'm looking for San Diego, my choices are search for loads within 100 miles or search for loads within 150 miles. I have a real specific number in between those two that I like to look for that kind of keeps me locally here in San Diego. If I type into it current day, and they're always changing this, it used to be 106 miles to Vista. If I change mine to, I think now they changed Vista to 118 miles. So I have my max miles search, my max miles filter search for 118 miles. That keeps me in town. If I'm using the app's going to have me move that back to 100. I'm either going to see 100 miles, which is going to leave out Vista for me, which I want to see. And if I put it on 150, I'm going to be seeing all sorts of stuff up in Ontario and LA that I just don't want to do. So definitely the web-based platform is far superior, in my opinion, than the app. And tip number 3 is the goal of this whole thing. If you're going to do the load board kind of the same way I do the load board, your goal should be getting early access. As it stands currently, and I say currently because this does sometimes change, currently you have to complete 3 easy loads before Saturday at 11:59. So somewhere in that first week, you complete those 3. That's going to then give you access into their early access systems. Now, is early access great all the time? No, you still see the same not great loads that you were seeing before, but what you do see is you see these great opportunities that I try to take advantage of and cash in on, which are these, you know, kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm moving a container across the street for, I think, like $180, $190. I've got another one set up after this, moving another container across the street for the same $180, $190. I have, as somebody who's lost early access, I never see those loads when I don't have it. When I do have it, I see them. They're pretty common to see. So goal number 1 should be getting early access. Try to knock out 3 easy loads somewhere in that first week so that you have early access going into week number 2. So these first 7 to 10 days with Amazon, these are crucial. These are going to dictate, the kind of money you make over the next month and a half, 2 months. If you do everything right, you're getting early access within that first 7 to 10 days. If you do have a misstep, especially if you're like a one-person, one-truck operation like me, I can speak from experience and say with 100% certainty, if you have a rejection in that first week, you will not see early access for at least 6 weeks from today. So first 7 to 10 days are crucial. Just be sure you're doing everything you can and know these things going into it so that you can get that early access and hopefully get access to those well-paying loads. I hope this video serves you well. Appreciate you for watching. Take care.